Infinity is on pole. Securing the second place is Roll Postma.
Another good start for the Dutch driver.
The third position belongs to Sunoiler. And in fourth place, we have Eddie G.
Could we see a podium result from Eddie G?
Megasaurus 55 is lining up fifth. Jack M Team is placed in sixth.
Jack M Team will have wanted a better start than sixth.
Starting from seventh on the grid is a good position for Smells Like We to launch an attack.
Who knows? They could be the dark horse that steals the show.
Sitting in eighth is Pip.
The German driver has been driving the wheels off the Fiat 127 Sport Abarth GR.2 in practice.
The ninth starting position belongs to Mr. Bang, who will be looking to make up ground early on.
We've not seen the best from Mr. Bang yet.
In the middle of the pack, we have Joe Yu starting from the 10th position on the grid.
That Otto Bianchi A112 Abarth GR.2 looks like it has some potential.
Puppy Dog from Hell will need to be on top of their game starting from 11th on the grid. Here we go, straight into the deep end. The first lap's a doozy. Gotta secure a spot or you'll be up the creek without a paddle.
These racers gotta be both fierce and patient. Can't afford no slip-ups if they're aiming for that winner's circle.
It's a real fine line, Hal.
Gonna be one heck of a first run, tell y'all that. Can't wait to see how this shakes out.
I can't wait to see how this race will play out. Is there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position? Whoa, Jack M Team's on fire, leaving skid marks and Smells Like We's hopes behind. A couple car lengths might not sound like much, but when you've got Pip breathing down your neck, it feels like a bloody eternity.
It's like watching a classic game of cat and mouse. Only this mouse, Jack M Team, has some serious horsepower. Pip better find some cheese and lure them out.
With steely determination and laser focus, Pip is homing in on Jack M Team. The battle lines are drawn. Wow, Megasaurus 55 is really pushing hard to catch up to Eddie G. There's blood in the water for 10th place.
And it's not just about skill and talent. It's about who has the nerves of steel to handle the pressure and make the right decisions at the right time.
If consistency was an art, Megasaurus 55 would be Picasso today. Just churning out those laps, one after the other. You ever miss the roar of engines, Hal?
Every single day, Rob. But we've got the next best thing, dissecting every nuance of these races and sharing our digital wisdom with the world.
Hold on to your hats. Megasaurus 55 is gunning for Eddie G. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? You know, Eddie G, if you were any slower, you'd be going backwards. But good on ya for making Megasaurus 55 work for it.
I've seen Eddie G in tight spots before, but Megasaurus 55 is breathing down their neck.
Yeah, reckon it's tighter than a Sydney parking spot right now. Things are getting spicy now, as Megasaurus 55 and Puppy Dog from Hell look to battle it out for 10th place. Talk about pressure. Megasaurus 55 is caught in the middle, feeling the heat from both Puppy Dog from Hell and Eddie G.
No doubt about it, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind are like a constant reminder for Megasaurus 55. They need to maintain their pace to defend their position and potentially make a move.
Oh, things are getting intense for Megasaurus 55. They're sandwiched between Puppy Dog from Hell and Eddie G, navigating this high-speed battleground. The gap to the car ahead is 0.2 seconds, while the car behind is only 0.2 seconds away. Look at that, Megasaurus 55 is hot on the tail of Eddie G. This is a thrilling battle as Sunoiler edges closer to Smells Like We in their fight for P6. Mate, Eddie's gonna have to defend like a kangaroo in a boxing match.
You Aussies and your analogies. But yeah, it's game on for sure. This is a tight race and Eddie G is doing a great job of holding them off. It will be interesting to see if Megasaurus 55 can make a move.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Joerg Yu is sniffing around Sunoiler like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of 6. Oh, this is getting intense. Sunoiler is just behind Smells Like We.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake? Sunoiler or Smells Like We? This is high-stakes racing.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for Megasaurus 55, lagging behind Mr. Bang and the gaps stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. It's a thrilling pursuit as Sunoiler is right behind Smells Like We, keeping the pressure on for 5th place.
Mate, if I had $1 for every time Sunoiler looked like overtaking, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
Sunoiler just blitzed past Smells Like We like they were standing still. A strategic misstep perhaps? Sunoiler's place has shifted to 6th. The plot thickens.
Such position changes can be deceptive. It might look like a setback for Sunoiler, but seasoned viewers know better. The race is far from over.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Eddie G is right on the heels of Mr. Bang, and we're in for a wild ride.
As a former driver, I can tell you there's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush when you're this close to your rival, ready to make your move.
We got a close battle as Sunoiler closes in on Smells Like We. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. The gap between Sunoiler and Smells Like We is razor thin as they vie for 5th in this nail-biting contest. And Sunoiler has just won the place from Smells Like We.
Definitely, but there's still a long way to go in this race, and anything can happen. Sunoiler needs to keep driving with focus and intensity.
You know, Hal, it's been a relatively quiet race so far.
That's
Stop the press. Tough break for Sunoiler, who has just lost a position.
well, change is the only constant. And in this dance, Sunoiler is certainly keeping us on our toes with that position shift.
Oi, Joerg Yu, ever tried tailgating at a barbie? Cos Megasaurus 55's grill is getting a good look now. Try the snags while you're at it.
Now, that's some good old defensive driving from Megasaurus 55. Holding their line, keeping that rear view filled up with intimidation.
The action is non-stop as Sunoiler shadows Smells Like We through every twist and turn, determined to claim 5th. Sunoiler's giving it a red hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Smells Like Weed. It's like chasing a roo on a motorbike. Ever wonder about the unsung heroes of racing? The pit crew. I reckon their job's as hectic as a barman's on a Friday night in Sydney.
No doubt about it, it's like a pitmaster at a barbecue joint during a lunch rush. Everyone wants a piece, and they've got mere seconds to dish it out and make it perfect.
I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind? Even I'm not that self-sabotaging.
That's right. Yorg Yu in 8th knows they have to push to the limit if they want to catch up. But Megasaurus 55 is no slouch, and they're going to be pushing just as hard. It's a battle of skill and will out there.
Buckle up. Megasaurus 55 is all over Sunoiler like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? It's like watching a cheetah chase its prey. Sunoiler's got Smells Like Wee in their crosshairs.
The tension between Sunoiler and Smells Like Wee is palpable as they battle for P5. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
Well, that's an unexpected descent. Sunoiler finds themselves repositioned at 7th.
Races are full of ups and downs, kinda like my Aunt Patty's porch swing. Sunoiler will bounce back, no doubt about it.
Alright, hold your horses. Megasaurus 55 is really putting the heat on Smells Like Weed. If I was Smells Like Weed, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop. Superb driving from Megasaurus 55, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race.
Well, butter my biscuit. Megasaurus 55's burning rubber and climbing up to 5th.
It's like a Barbie in summer. Smells Like Wee is the snag sizzling on the grill, and Sunoiler? The hungry mate waiting for a bite.
Smells Like Wee needs to get the lead out Rob, otherwise their backside is gonna look like the Japanese flag come the morning.
Sunoiler is in there like a rat up a drainpipe, Hal. Smells Like Wee is not going to be happy about that. Breaking news, folks. This is a disaster for Camera Car in the Reliant Supervan 3 coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race.
Certainly not where they want to be at this stage in the race, that's for sure, Rob.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed.
The gap's closing, the clock's ticking, and the finish line awaits its champion.
Fair dinkum, I reckon Sunoiler's got that thirsty look in his eyes. Wants to share a cold one with Megasaurus 55 in the front.
It's hotter than a jalapeno out here. If Sunoiler gets any closer to Megasaurus 55, we're gonna need to put this stream on OnlyFans.
Whoa there. Megasaurus 55 is sticking to Pip like glue. You reckon Pip's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would.
You know what they say, keep your friends close, and your racing rivals even closer. Looks like Megasaurus 55 is taking that advice to heart today.
Sunoiler has pulled into the pits. Cricky, Sunoiler's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate. Good on ya, Megasaurus 55. Not letting Pip get to— oh no, what's this? Sunoiler is pitting. Sunoiler's so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind.
Oh, for sure. It's like watching a cooking show where Sunoiler is trying to whip up a winning dish, but Mr. Bang keeps hiding the main ingredient.
This is edge of the seat stuff. Pip is relentlessly hunting down Megasaurus 55. Who'll blink first? Things are heating up as Eddie G closes in on Joe Yu. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
A great moment for Eddie G, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. The battle for 6 is heating up as Joe Yu tries to catch Eddie G in P6. It's not coming up roses for Joe Yu. They're trailing Eddie G and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. This race is getting even more intense. The drivers are pushing each other to the limit.
It's like they're playing a game of chicken, but with cars. And the winner gets to take home the checkered flag and bragging rights.
Ha ha. That's one way to put it. These drivers have to be in top physical and mental shape to compete at this level.
It's like they're training for the Olympics. And like you said, the mental fortitude required to stay focused and alert for the entire race is wild.
I think I need a nap just watching them. Joe Yu's drifting so far back, it's like looking in the mirror after a decade-long pub binge. Time's not been kind, mate. The gap between Smells Like We in 10th and Sunoiler remains over a second, but Smells Like We is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 0 minutes?
Yeehaw. It's like Smells Like We took a detour through the drive-thru. With a gap that big, I hope they ordered extra determination with a side of grit.
Everyone's on the edge of their seats. Or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Sunoiler is getting closer to Mr. Bang, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel.
Gee whiz, Sunoiler is so far back, I'm half expecting to see tumbleweeds blow past. Maybe a vulture or two.
It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Sunoiler and Mr. Bang. Geez, Joe Yu has got their work cut out for them. It's a tougher challenge than wrestling a croc after a bad day.
Like trying to rope a bull with spaghetti. Ain't gonna be easy.
This breaking alert. Hang on, has Joe Yu just played their wild card? They're lounging at 7th now.
Life on the track is a tapestry of decisions. Looks like Jorg Yu is weaving a complex narrative today, dropping a notch.
Blimey, Joe Yu is farther back than my hairline. But, you know what they say about Aussies, never say die, unless it's a spider. Then just run. The echo of the exhausts, the rubber meeting road, and there's Eddie G, commanding the 5th.
Absolutely, and they need to keep driving with determination to stay in that position.
You wouldn't read about it. Eddie G is putting a fair whack of space between them and Joe Yu.
Yeah, Rob, Eddie's really hitting the gas, but can Jorg Yu kick it into high gear and catch up?
If Sunoiler goes any slower, they'll join me in my failed dreams collection. Front row seats available. Crikey, Sunoiler is losing touch with Mr. Bang quicker than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Smells Like We is proper nipping at Megasaurus 55's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
Remember that time Smells Like We made that audacious move on the last lap? Feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Rob?
Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Smells Like We for nabbing 9th. Oh dear, Smells Like We has dropped down to 10th. This is what high-octane racing looks like. Smells Like We is breathing down the neck of Megasaurus 55, not giving them any room to relax.
If things go wrong between Smells Like We and Megasaurus 55, they could be exchanging more than just paint, like maybe a strongly worded post-race chat.
Tell ya what, Sunoiler's got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing that gap and breathing down the neck of Mr. Bang. Hope Mr. Bang brought the aero guard, cause is about to get bitten.
Can Sunoiler close the 0.8 second gap and make a pass?
The adrenaline is pumping as Smells Like We gets within striking distance of Megasaurus 55 in their race for 9th. It's all eyes on this battle as Sunoiler in 7th tries to hold off the challenge of Mr. Bang. Oh, the frustration must be building for Sunoiler. They've just lost 7th position to Mr. Bang and they're going to have to work hard to get it back. Who needs speed dating when you've got smells like we chasing down Megasaurus 55 this eagerly? Move over Tinder. This is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour.
They say pressure makes diamonds. Well, smells like we's shining bright, closing in with every heartbeat.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? Someone should tell Mr. Bang this ain't a Sunday drive. Sunoiler's tearing up the track.
This race is heating up faster than a Barbie in summer. Sunoiler's got that winning glint.
It may seem like Mr. Bang is far behind, but Sunoiler can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Mr. Bang an opening to catch up. It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other.
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Eddie G is putting the pressure on Pip. It's like watching a cat stalk a bird. They're inching closer with every turn.
The pressure is on for Sunoiler as they try to catch up to Dwarf Yu. It's like Infinity has saved all their energy for this final stretch. And Roll Postma is having to make that Fiat 128 Abarth GR2 as wide as possible to try and keep Infinity behind them. The leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Roll Postma. A nail-biting finish, but Infinity claimed second place. Taking 11th is Puppy Dog from Hell. Well done to Jack M team for securing third place on the podium. Eddie G claimed fourth. Coming in fifth we have Pip. Sunoiler in sixth. Dwarf Yu and in seventh. In eighth, it's Mr. Bang. Finishing ninth is Smells Like We. With Megasaurus 55 in 10th.